was. I won't talk to you about in this bill, but the next bill after we'll get back to that. I want to show you Michael Jordan's top greatest moments of all time. Here we go. Here we go. Well, Mr. Francis hates himself right when it comes to Michael Jordan's too. Here we go. Here we go. Hammers at home. And the foul, Mr. Francis. Mmm. Acrobatic as it gets, Mr. Francis. El Tolo ass airbend. Put some English on it. Yeah. And banks it home, Mr. Francis. You can't guard that. Patrick Mahomes. Ooh. That's the reason why Patrick Mahomes gets compared to Michael Jordan. The Mr. Francis ever taught of ass airbender. The Mr. Francis and the foul. For the win over Mr. Francis Cucking. Over Mr. Francis Cucking. Guard that 5'1". So you want to talk smack about Michael Jordan? If we know about ever taught of ass airbender, yeah, Cucking. Hammers at home. Euro step and acrobatic and the foul. The Mr. Francis, another NBA fathead for you. Cucking. Game goes to overtime. Acrobatic. Don't learn again, Mr. Francis. I'm jaying you all day long. Projects in day like me. And the foul. Avatar the last airbender. Made Mr. Francis look. Oh, yeah. The rejection. Ground. 5'1". Acrobatic. Ooh, yeah. Cooking Mr. Francis all day. And the foul, Mr. Francis. You can't guard me. Avatar the last airbender. I am an air baby. Am I Aquarius baby? Mr. Francis. Bully ball on a 5'1" guy. Ooh, yeah. Not fair. Acrobatic as it gets, Mr. Francis. Oh, monster jam. Ooh, to Mr. Francis and the foul. Lucky that wasn't a foul. I took it right to you, though. Ooh, over Mr. Francis. Hammers it home. Mr. Francis didn't get away in that shit. Not a fair fight. It's not. It's not. You talking about a true NBA fan that Mr. Frank Norman Air, baby. Ooh, yeah. Over Mr. Francis and the foul. Right to Mr. Francis again. 5'1". Took it right to another facial served up. Oh, 60, 90-foot shot. Give me that, Mr. Francis. A Euro's a good pump fake and a great jumper indeed. Mr. Francis. Oh, and Junior homeboy too in the foul. Acrobatic as it gets, Mr. Francis. Oh, right to Brother Silky, mate. No, he's both raised. Over Mr. Francis, over 5'1". Yeah, Mr. Francis, I am an air baby. Mr. Francis and the foul. Acrobatic as he gets. I am an air baby. I told you I was an Aquarius baby because my grandmother was an air horoscope Aquarius. I told you I was an air baby. Told you that when you asked about the zodiac, I was, oh, Mr. Francis cooking. Not fair. Mr. Francis volleyball background, 2-time defensive player of the year. Oh! Over Mr. Francis homeboy and the foul. JM in the program. Every tall the last airband. Ooh, the Mr. Francis homeboy and the foul. Oh, Mr. Francis. Take off and the crush. Over Mr. Francis homeboy. Nothing he can do about that either. Oh, with my good hand. That was my good hand. Off hand for Oka burst. Mr. Francis, the rejection. Acrobatic as it gets. Put some English on it, mate. Over Mr. Francis in the foul. Oh, Mr. Francis, you don't learn again, 5'4". Get out of the restricted area. Yeah. Hammers at home over Mr. Francis and the foul. We right by Mr. Francis, homeboy, too, in the process. Oh, and the foul. Acrobatic as it gets, Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis, a true fadeaway, case move. Projects indeed like me, yeah. Not a fair fight. Not fair, Mr. Francis. I just jade your ass again. And the foul, Mr. Francis. Give me that, Mr. Francis. Don't run again. And take it to your own boy, NBA fathead and the foul. Mr. Francis, Avatar the Last Airbender. Right to Brother Silky, who hammers it home. Give it to me. Right to Brother Silky. No, look, right to Brother who hammers it home. A British Asian and the foul. No, he's both racist, but anyways. Tough shot over Mr. Francis. And the foul. How did I make that shot, Mr. Francis? Oh! Projects indeed like me. Acrobatic and the foul, Mr. Francis. Just jaded. Woo! I tell you. Right to Mr. Francis. The takeoff and the crush. Oh, credible rebound putback like me. And the foul, Mr. Francis. The way again. They might just call the way again. So big. Mr. Francis. Brother Silky just swatted it away, and I pressed to Brother Silky as well. Oh, Harmer's at home. Over Mr. Francis. Can't guard that cucking. Not fair, man. The rejection, Mr. Francis, and saved it to Brother Silky 88. The rejection. Two-time defensive player of the year. And the foul. Acrobatic and the foul, Mr. Francis. No, he is from New York. Projects indeed like me. Right to Brother Silky, who lays it up and in. Took it right to Mr. Francis. Ooh, yeah. 65 points, cucking. That was he came back from those injuries. So I don't know what 7'6" guy. 61 points most game after a comeback. Ooh, Mr. Francis. And the foul, even with injuries. Die, Mr. Francis. Another NBA fad. The Projects indeed like me and the foul. Not fair. Avatar the last airbender. Ooh, monster jam over a 5'1" guy. Not fair. Acrobatic. Banks it in. Mr. Francis. Can't guard me. I'll tell your homeboy. 300 pounds. Yeah. Weightless and heightless at that. Made you look. Over Mr. Francis cucking. Sorry, Mr. Francis. Nothing you can do when you're from New York, you know? Mr. Francis and the foul by Avatar in the last airbender. Oh! True power moves at its finest. For the tie, Mr. Francis. You can't guard me. Avatar the last airbender. For the win, Mr. Francis. Cucking. Projects indeed like me. Right to Mr. Francis. Ooh, man, and the foul. Acrobatic. Oh, man, this Jade, Mr. Francis. Another 5'1" J, indeed. James over Mr. Francis, indeed. 5'1". I jump height classes, like I said. Cucking. I am God of air. I'm an air baby for a reason, am I? Mr. Francis. When the foul to Mr. Francis and Mr. Francis homeboy in the process. Cucking. Even when I'm sick too in the process. That was the flu game. Acrobatic. Ooh. Give it to me. Give it to me, brother. So I'm about to J, Mr. Francis. Acrobatic. Ooh. And the foul. Make Mr. Francis. Show this again because Mr. Francis said I made a 5'1" guy look dumb. I'm about to make Henny look dumb too. Watch this. Right over Henny. Ooh, yeah. Avatar the last airman. Make Henny and Mr. Francis look dumb. 300. Boom, yeah. And the foul. Acrobatic. I am God. Come on, air baby. For the win, cucking Mr. Francis. Tough shot over Mr. Francis. Rattles it in. Not fair, man. What I'm doing to Mr. Francis right now, even I'm sick to this was the flu game. When I was sick, and when I was being sick, cucking. Not fair, Mr. Francis. Over Mr. Francis again, cucking. For the win, Mr. Francis, cucking. Can't guard me, Mr. Francis. No, I'm an air baby. Cucking. Tough shot over a 5'1" guy. Too easy on that. The rejection, Mr. Francis, with both hands. Get that shit out of here, Mr. Francis. Not in my house, but I'm being an air baby. Not a fair fight. Mr. Francis is human right now because he thinks air babies are not immortal, and they are. And they are. Trust me, they are air babies. I am immortal. Immortal. Trust me. Because my grandma was air astrology. She was an Aquarius. And I am an air baby, so I'm 2 elements. You cannot guard me, even without my hair, too. Mr. Francis. Yeah. Monster Jam. Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis. A superstar is born. Took it right from Mr. Francis and puts it down with both hands. Not a fair fight. 3 times slam dunk champion. Off the free throw line, fast as I knew of air right now. Perfect 50, Mr. Francis. I'm not even gonna say trade my bullshit. You can't jump.
I don't believe it. Whoever did that,
Mr. Francis. The project's in day like me. I am God. I am hell.
And when they started trying to crown him early on, he didn't believe in that. He thought I could do all just like when I was in North Carolina, I had to prove myself. I love it. Everyone is picking us to do
Succeed.
And it takes all the pressure off this team. Watch Keno get ready to hit it all the way down the court. Michael going maybe.
Thank you, brother Selkie. Off the free throw line like an AI passes, man. I am God of AI. Indeed, Mr. Francis. The first Space Jam was better than LeBron's Space Jam movie. Kobe Bryant was supposed to be in that one, but his death came up before that movie even happened. Yeah. Mr. Francis, yeah. Hammers it home over you and your homeboy. 300, yeah. And 158 pounds, yeah. Since you are that weight. Don't over a middleweight and a super heavyweight. Can't guard that. Weightless and heightless, man. I need a 50. I know what I'm doing. Of Avatar the Last Airbender. I know what I'm doing. I need a 50. Perfect 50. Off the free throw line. Bastards. Off the free throw line like an AI. I am God of air. A perfect 50. What they think about this, Mr. Francis? You can't slam dunk a basketball when you're shorter than I am. Good, like winning titles. Injuries I went through. Watch what I do to Mr. Francis. 5 for 1 and turn over those 300 pounds. Over 300 pound guy. Oh, and the foul, 300 pounds. And I'll show you this again, what I just did to Henny and Mr. Frank. We know about shorter guys. Watch what I do, y'all. Watch and learn. It's paid. It's like they say for the NBA 2K games. It is pay to win when it comes to those basketball bets. And I would pay for those all day long. Trust me, I would pay for those bills. Better believe it. You better believe it. Watch Henny work down Mr. Frank. So yeah, made Henny work and dunked over his old boy 300 pounds and the foul. Avatar, where's that Bender? Protez in daylight man in the foul. This is where Henny gets human being in that restricted. I'll show you why that dunk over a 300-pound guy makes sense. And why Henny is human, because you cannot double me, because look what he just did right there. And I'll show you Mr. Francis can't, 5'1" can't double me with and Henny too as well, because them two simpletons don't learn. 300 pounds! Height was and weight was in the foul. This made Henny look done. Spun on him after being doubled and hammers it home. Not fair, man. I am God, I am hell. Ooh, to Mr. Francis. Oh, and to Henny too. And the foul. Projects in daylight me. Unstoppable force of air. Can't stop, won't stop. Incredible incredible rebound putback. Projects in daylight me. Over the worst man, 300 pounds, and Henny's 200 pounds. In your face, Henny. Yeah, I am God of Air. Can't stop, won't stop in basketball. Shut up, Henny. Hammers at home over Mr. Francis. I am God, I am hell. I am God, for I am the night like an AI. Mr. Francis took with the takeoff and the crush over a 5'1" guy and over a 5'3" guy and Henry too. Takeoff and the crush by Avatar the last airbender. Yeah. The worst match of a conqueror. 300 pounds. Unbelievable. Had to show you that my finger was in the way. Sorry, I had to show you that finger was in the way. Apologize for that. 300 pounds. A conqueror of air. Dunks over the worst matchup, which is the greatest defender of all time. Like I said, height was weight. I jump height class and weight classes. Mr. Francis, into your homeboy too. Monster jam. You will bow to me of air, Mr. No, I am an air baby. Indeed. Hammers at home with hands. Not a fair fight. That's why Mr. Francis is human right now. Because I know if he was playing NBA 2K right now, he would be human facing 6'6" guy. Going, oh, this 6'6", they can do this. I don't want to face them because I know they're gonna cook me. And I said, you know that's right, because if they pay for those bills in 2K, they're gonna cook you. Your overall level, Mr. Francis, is 55 because you're 5'1". Anybody that pays for the bills, count myself, every bill falls in 90s, 80s, 70s, in the 60s. My bills will be at 99. Falls my credit self, falls me jumping height class, even my current height and me jumping height class, my raise at 99. And I conquer Henry too, because his rating will be only at 55. Because he was sitting there restricted. He defies that ego Jimmy Butler better have water right now. Because everybody else will be at 99. I don't think he want to face a play because he would get jaded on, dunked on, and cooked. With all types of things. Dunking, shooting, you name it. And even shots that are beyond belief. But anyways. Not a fair fight. I just did to Henny and Mr. Francis too as well. It's not a fair fight. It's not. It's not. Okay, guys. Michael Jordan's top 100 moments. Top moments of him, Jay, and Mr. Francis, and me from being obviously. Two different ones. ones because my mother was January 31st, Michael Jordan was February 17th, so air baby. But anyways, Mr. Francis is human right now. Just wanted to show him why if he was playing NBA 2K right now, 2K 24 and 25, he would be human right now facing these players at level 99. Well, no, their max credit self at 99 because they pay for those builds. Well, he's struggling. How do I get the 99? Because you're not gonna get the 99. You're 5'1" and only 150. Yeah, might be what I'm saying is true because you're too small. They would bully ball. They would bully. They would post you up. They would post you up. They would find ways to make you look dumb. And then you would blame everybody but yourself, Mr. Frank, when it comes to Michael Jordan's in 2K because you don't want to take accountability for your actions and your sins. Even when it comes to a loss, you're a sore loser, Mr. Francis. You are. You want to take accountability, but you rather blame you. You're just like LeBron, Mr. Frank, when it comes to that too, because you rather blame LeBron. Just like playing game with LeBron, you rather blame your teammates on NBA 2K 24 and 25 than to blame yourself. And that's sad, Mr. Francis. Very sad. And he would blame himself too. I'll give him the credit, he probably blamed himself, but he wonder why he got conquered in basketball because he didn't want to get out of that restricted area. And I showed you in both of those ways why you don't sit in that restricted area. Because there's hell to pay when you do. Especially conquering over your homeboys, especially if they are in a different weight class, especially if they're super heavyweights or not. And even if they are, they're going to get dunked on the hard way, easy way and the hard way. So, okay, guys, I'll end the video right there. I'll show you more sports content as far as the 50, all 50-point dunks from in swing dunk contest. I'll show you that in the next video. Then the next video we'll continue to talk about the console wars after that. The third video, we'll continue talking about. Then the fourth video, I'll show you the sports content. If I can find any more stuff of the all-time great dunkers of all time. But anyways, yeah. So make sure you follow me everywhere on TikTok. Going on Queen 4. Follow me on Instagram. Add me on Instagram. Add me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook as well. Because I'll be making these videos daily, obviously. I'll be making more videos the entire week. I'll show you more content later on this week. Talking about the console wars, the sport wars as a whole, and why we talk about the greatest players in Capcom, the greatest players. I'll show you all that content this week. The greatest players in Capcom, the greatest players in the NBA, as far as dunking, shooting, or shot blocking. And show you all that this week. Yeah. But also, make sure you have me on PSN. Make sure you have me on Xbox. Make sure you have me on Nintendo Switch. I have to make the decision by October 31st. Once I get Nintendo Switch or I get Xbox One. Because the only way you be able to play Call of Duty is through the console, pretty much. Because you get able to play it on cloud gaming yet. So I had to make a decision. Do I get Xbox One or do I get Nintendo Switch? All right, guys, I end the video right there. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.